things off. It's going to be Kiyashima to find the first headshot. He finds that. Zywoo is going to be a trade though, as MBK and the stream, well then, go down. I think we'll be back into the action. We've got a secondary one ready to go, just in case.
Yeah, I think there's a couple actually. 4 or 5 at least.
Zellsis has got himself in T-spawn here, so 4 on 4. If they could buy some time for him to get this backstab going, this could be massive.
Zellsis has it. Bomb as well. He draws a lot of attention if his teammates can pounce on that opportunity at the bottom side of middle toward the window. They'll be all over Vitality. Another one for Zellsis on Apex. And NBK, he did at least get automatic to preserve his position at Delpan, as you referred to it as, but Zellsis on pistols. Sure, okay, it's the one ace, but still, it's something that's making a name for himself, and he's got 3 kills this round. It's just Alex to try and rotate back in for Vitality. He leads the way for their team at 15. He and Zywoo tied. In fact, he leads all fraggers on that total. Can he add to it? Can he make it more? Spot Zellsis, doesn't even matter. He's got 4.
Wow. What a play that is from Zellsis. So calm as well. That's one thing I've noticed. He doesn't look rattled by these big plays. He always plays efficiently in those situations, and his aim seems on point today as he manages to get all the way in T-spawn right behind them, find the bomb first, allows him to set up. He knows he'll come back and try and fight him, and he hits absolutely everything here. This is the play. RPK suspects, you can see he had the gun out, ready to check behind, but then Zellsis hitting every single shot. They did challenge him one by one, to be fair. They could have waited and been a little bit more calculated with it, but Zellsis, phenomenal there. Really strong round. That's both pistols now in favor of Cloud9, and there won't be a force buy in response from Vitality, but they have got enough for PD50s and 5 smokes. I would say it's the execution from what we can see so far. Try and get that bomb planted, but Zellsis has entered with a little bit more here. He's going to do a little bit of damage there and just drop the smoke as they set up for their execution.
Yeah, tiny damage when you consider that he had the AUG firing at them. It could have been massive. They just didn't really walk around the corner and present themselves in quite the same way. Smart incendiary from Flusha. It's going to go deep enough. The 2 players stay forward. Did they extinguish it? There's a smoke there. I think they want to use that in the site if they would prefer, but it's not burning anyone, so they'll wait. They'll let it extinguish itself. Zellsis will spot one further, and NBK is going to be very careful with his ammo here. He's going to conserve it to some extent, because firing in as he does, he's got 2 bullets left, but he's found 2 kills. Bomb drop temporarily. Smokes will go on toward the arches. But a counter smoke inside of the apartments, and this should be the round for Cloud9. They've contained, they've controlled, and they've even rotated in behind them.
Zellsis gets 4 on the pistol, now on for an 8 at this stage. There's 2 players remaining. He's still in position. He wants it. He will have to settle with just 4 again, but that's 8 kills in 2 rounds, and it will be a very, very fortunate situation for Cloud9 to be in at this point. Remember, that wasn't a force buy from Vitality. They could purchase up AKs here, maybe expended a little bit too much cash in the previous round. You can see 3,400 on Apex. I still think it's worth it. Get these AKs out. There's 3 MP9s up against you as they decide their next move. Indeed, they will buy Apex, goes with the Galil instead. Allows them to get a smoke. And that's going to be a main problem here. It's the overall utility. They have the smoke grenades at least. Molotovs are very beneficial on Mirage, but that'll hold up in a default here and see the CTs want to get aggressive with their MP9s like they are right now, and Rush makes it work. He actually gets that first kill, and MBK maybe could have waited a little bit longer to see who could be pushing, found himself in the open and giving away a rifle.
Flusha wants to play the close quarters. The MP9. Zellsis rotates back to B. Flusha wants to play the close quarter. Not sure as to how close he's firing in as he does. He's got 2 bullets left, but he's found 2 kills. Bomb drop temporarily. Smokes will go on toward the arches.
Grenade! Very good shooting. Grenade!
Toàn danh súc vật đéo này.
Rồi rồi.
Let's go. Let's go. Smoke. I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Rushing, rushing.
Forward. I'm throwing smoke.
Em đi lên.
Cái địch mẹ đéo hiểu.
Terrorists win.
Mẹ.
Rush me, rush me.
Take care of yourself. Throwing a decoy.
Unity aslan.
Move it, move it.
À,
Decoy is out.
mẹ ơi. Cái thật luôn.
safe. Let's go, my friends.
One.
Burn! Throwing a flashback. Smoke!
Go A, go A, go A. Đi.
I'm throwing a flashback.
Đi mẹ mày. Đi con mẹ thằng lồn đéo đây bom ngu vậy lồn. Mẹ thằng lồn ngu. Đi mẹ danh ngu vậy luôn. Mẹ như danh nó danh hơn danh mình ra.
Let's go, my brothers. I'm throwing smoke.
Thả vậy lồn.
We must move. Flashback. Blending. Throwing fire.
Đi con mẹ mày đây rồi.
Wala nang bid.
Throwing flashback. I'm throwing a flashback. Throwing flashback.
Kaya lang yan.
Go away, go away.
Sa may bomba. Isa lang yan. Lawan mo tayo. Mid.
I see I shot.
Terrorists win. Let's go, my brothers. Throwing a flashback. Smoke. Terrorists win. Let's go, victory awaits.
Rush na, rush na, rush na. Ang ina, kaya kasing gumawa ng kasama ko. Ang ina.
I'm throwing smoke.
Galing, nice aim bro. One magazine. Right. Baril na kasi ng
Terrorists win. They shall regret this day. Throwing a flashback.
Il.
Không. Mẹ con đâu nữa chứ. Ồ.
Let's go, let's go! Decoy! I'm throwing a flashback! Flashback!
Ồ.
Terrorists win.
Stress lang kasi buhay ko. Crush me naman. Hindi tayo mura. Di.
Let's go! Decoy!
Pinakasok na to, yung kasama natin.
Throwing fire!
Lipat kaya tayo sa 18 nyo. Ubusa pa.
I'm throwing a flashback!
Mày hack.
Let's go.
Nakakas kasi nila dito sa may makitub eh. Kaya matay lagi.
Flashbang.
They are coming to B.
Marami tayo kasama.
Come to A, come A.
I'm throwing a grenade. I'm throwing a flashbang. Flashbang. Blending. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Smoke! Grenade! Throwing a flashbang!
Ano din ang bulag yun?
Smoke! I'm throwing a flashbang! Flashbang! Throwing fire!
Magkakayawan na. Ano ba nakayawan na? A.
Not back now.
I am planting the bomb. Terrorists win.
Yes, kid. Ako na.
Let's get this over with. Decoy. Grenade out.
Tako na.
Ui, mày à, đừng á. Đi. Cười với luôn.
Reset eh. Save USB.
Oh no!
Let's go, let's go.
Dirty. That thing.
We're wasting time. Let's go. Flashbang. Flashbang.
Oh.
Grab you again and let's go.
Nag-snipe sa kanila.
Throwing fire.
Putang ina mo, sayang nalikod ako. Brrrr.
Let's go, people. Incendiary out. Throwing flashbang. Deploying flashbang.
Putang ina mo, na-blind spot na ako. Sa base.
Deploying flashbang.
Tigil, please.
Hold.
Throwing fire. Another terrorist win. smoke. Incendiary. Flashbang. Throwing a grenade. Throwing flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Incendiary. Throwing fire.
Dito, muli dito. Nasa gilid, puta.
Terrorists win. Let's go. Deploying decoy.
Sabog.
Flashbang. Fire in the hole. Flashbang. Throwing flashbang. Laying down smoke. Flashbang.
Ruby bro, don't hide. So far.
Bomb has been planted. Deploying flashbang. Throwing fire.
Phải lùn.
Vodafone presents the pre-match.
Somewhat of a David versus Goliath story. Astralis looking to take on the Renegades. And it is indeed the Australians that so far have dominated. Undefeated in 2019. They haven't dropped a game at starting at the minors of Katowice. This has been incredible. The challenger stage a breeze, and so far now 1 win away, but they face their toughest task yet, as do our analysts trying to explain this one. I'm actually getting a sense that you guys, of course we're going to be saying Astralis favorites, Astralis best team in the world, Astralis, Astralis, Astralis. We know that. Renegades. Chad.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too far here, but I think you might be a little invested in this game because this could be history for the region. Should they not only do it, but do it undefeated, do it versus Astralis. There is a possibility here.
Now, if you want to talk in the realms of have Renegades impressed, are they looking like a solid unit? Are they looking like a very good team in this tournament? Could they potentially make top 8? Yeah. Do they have a chance against Astralis? No. With the maps, the fact of the matter is they have to ban Overpass. You know, that leaves Nuke's going to be in the pool. Astralis are going to pick that. We've seen Renegades play on that map so far. Okay. But taking on Astralis is a whole different beast, right? Renegades would probably pick a map like Mirage. That's a comfort for them. And then coming into the third, anything for Astralis is looking pretty pretty. They're happy with a train. They're just 6-0 Cloud9. If you want to go to Inferno, it's where Astralis is just going to bully you all over the map. So Renegades, they, like I said, to kick the show off, they have a free swing right now. This is just a chance to give it that there's no pressure on them at all.
No pressure, Jacob, but it does seem like this seems like too tall a task from almost every perspective. You're getting to see some of the frags Astralis capable of on screen, not only hard hitters, but strategic masterminds as well.
The best team in the world right now, and there's a reason for it. The consistency Astralis is able to bring into every single tournament is just impressive. Look at the stats right here as well. Sipnik's currently sitting at top of the leaderboard. He only died 10 times in this tournament so far. That's outrageous within 2 matches. So whatever you want to do deal with it or not, as Chad was saying, Renegades have a free pass right here. If they can pressure Astralis, if they can even take a map off Astralis, that would be a huge achievement. But winning against Astralis right now, it seems a little bit too much to ask for.
2 maps played for Astralis, and they've dropped 6 rounds.
Yeah.
That's in total.
Pretty nice, right?
That is incredibly strong start. And we have that veto you were talking about. You said Overpass had to go from Renegades, Chan, and the prophecy has become true. But we end up with Mirage, again, prophecy. Nuke from Astralis, that would be the 29th win.
Just continue it, you know, may as well. Look, I think the thing is, if you wanted to talk about Renegades having a chance, if you wanted to talk about them potentially taking this, they have to win their own pick of Mirage, right? Yeah. But they've had close games on that. You have to think about 16-14 versus FaZe yesterday. They've had other games that are close where it really relied on Gratisfaction and Liaz having some big moments, some like 2v3s. Then you move to Nuke. They have to win Nuke, and that's almost an impossibility at this point.
Well, some better teams have tried, and that's not, of course, bad-mouthing Renegades, but truly, you know, when Liquid were on top form, they gave Nuke a good go, and they did push Astralis. Speaking of Gratisfaction, we can take a look at this AWPing head-to-head. Gratisfaction actually has found himself not necessarily struggling. Of course, the stats you can see, he's been playing ever since the challenge.
Let's go, let's go! Where is everyone?
Nihal. একই টিমে
ভাই ডাস্টুতে একটু বেশি কাছে বুঝছস। আমি এখানে জাস্ট ওয়ান ট্যাপ খেলেছি, এটা খালি আমি ওয়ান ট্যাপ খেলা ট্রাই করি।
ফ্লিক্স কি বলে? ফ্লিক্স মানে কি? হ্যাঁ ক্র্যাশ
না,
ফ্লিক্স মানে কি?
ফ্লিক্স মানে তুই ভাব দাঁড়ায় আসোস, টাস করে এনিমেল আর মাইরা দিলি, এটা রিফ্লেক্ট করে।
ও বুঝছি।
আচ্ছা ভাই, আমার তো খালি কথা করার জন্য কে চাপ দিতে হইতেছে, ভেজাল হইতেছে জিনিসটা।
ডিসকর্ড দিলে আমার কেন জানি একটু কিরকম জানি করে, তাই
কি ইউজ করার জন্য?
ডিসকর্ড।
ও আচ্ছা,
ওরাও অপিং করতেছে।
আমি নো স্কোপ দিছি দুইটারে। নিহাল
বল
ভাই, কে চাপ দেওয়া ছাড়া কথা বলার উপায় নেই ভাই। ভাই একে রিকল বুঝি না। আচ্ছা একে রিকল যখন বেশি বাইরে যায় তখন তুই কন্ট্রোল করতে পারোস কেমনে? কন্ট্রোল করছ কেমনে? ক্রাউচ করলে কি কই না?
নিচে টাইম না নেই, নিচে টাইম না নেই,
নিচে টাইম তো আমিও আনি বেটা, কিন্তু এত পারফেক্ট কন্ট্রোল। আবার ওয়ান ট্যাপ খেলে
ক্রাউচ করবা, তখন ক্রাউচ করবা।
ভাই আমি চোখকে দেই না বেটা। শুরু 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 পারি না বেটা খেলতে ভালো।
কি আগে গেল কেন?
কে
হাই রে
কি স্টার্ট হলো না?
This is just such a tall task for Renegades. Alex, I don't see the way in.
It is a very positive sign, though. Smiles across the board for Renegades. They know the odds are stacked against them. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. It is truly the David versus Goliath story. We'll see if David can triumph in the same way he did. This time, of course, Renegades taking on Astralis. Let's find out. We start on Mirage. Analysts suggest this is the Aussies' best chance to take a shot at the #1. Your casters are locked and loaded as well. And a very special introduction. Trace Stunner Sorrentis and Sean Gares.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richardson and company. That's right, Astralis and the Renegades here on Mirage, and it's going to be, well, it could very well be a bloodbath here if Renegades can continue that form, going ahead of themselves and already finding themselves some marginal success here at the Intellis Extreme Masters. Sean?
Yeah, it feels good to be here at JKS in the halls right now in the palace with a smoke flash. It looks like they're trying to make a small presence towards the B site as a holding top mid, and the bomb is A ramp.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be some sort of like late A play here, given I guess how they're structured already. Obviously, there's been a lot of emphasis here from Astralis over there towards the B site, and Liaz being the first victim. The fight ensuing in middle, and Azur continuing what form he's as shown here in the tournament thus far. And very much worthy of noting that the Renegades have made quite the name for themselves here in Katowice, but it does look like the A hit is on now for the Renegades. And leading that charge going to be Gratis Faction and Jacob. Getting this bomb would be a success all on its own. Planning it is another story. But that peak there is going to not prove to hold any results. JKS finding one, Azur with another, and this one has in fact gone in the way of Renegades. Device on 1 HP. Not a whole lot he can do in this situation except for get the hell out of Dodge, Sean.
Yeah, and they mentioned it on the desk, but Renegades has had a tremendous amount of success in the early game of all of their matches so far, either winning the pistol or the second round force-up. Here they come out with yet another innovative pistol. The smoke coming through the palace to block off jungle. The smoke, I mean the plant going 4 CT with a player guarding him with a P250. Very well thought out round right there from the Renegades.
Yeah, and you know they almost made it look easy, and it looks like they want to take these weapons, or at least this little bit of armor here from Device are going to do just that. In fact, all members of Astralis falling. You can see Kassad there, trying to keep this high intensity, this high octane.
They shall regret this day. Sniper! Three mercenaries left. That makes 3.
Meron magaling mag-out, gagi.
Again, Astralis defending mid, and I hate to say it, but this is right where you want to be if you're an in-game leader, destroying the other team's mid takes 2 times in a row.
Yeah, not letting them dictate that middle area, and there's a lot of freedom of movement that can come out of there. And the movement of JKS is not going to be swift enough. Glaive ending out the round, and Astralis starting now to mount some. 2-2 the score line. And I think what we really have to look at this is Renegades can't just kind of, you know, fold in and play reserved and be scared to take peeks. I mean, up to this point, what they've been doing has worked. And if they start playing into Astralis' game, well, I think we all have a look in as to how that might turn out.
Yeah, I do think they played a little bit more loose in their other games when I watched them. JKS was usually solo towards that A site. These are more set pieces. They probably were trying to get a little bit anti-shrouding in the early parts of this game. Nothing really has worked out for them, so we'll likely see them go back to just, you know, a standard default or maybe just a sight hit on this next gun round.
Well, here on this round, it's going to be 5 Glocks and Flash. Now, if that's not optimistic thinking, I'm not sure what is. Zipex getting the first bit of contact there towards the B halls, and the first bit of damage onto Liaz. Ball completely in Astralis' court at this moment, having all that weaponry, all the utility to work with in the world. Renegades with a soul flash and not really anywhere to go.
Yeah, and for all those at home wondering, you know, why they're just spreading out the map, delaying all this time, the theory behind it is, as T's, you kind of let the CDs use a little bit of utility, you know, smoke their spots, molly, basically waste some nades so that way next round they'll have to buy it up, because you probably don't plan on winning this round if you're on the T side.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair assessment, Mr. Gares. I think you're onto something, but that flash is going to find utilization right about now over the A bomb site, as well, all 5 members of the Renegades are postured here, ready to take it. 3 are going to be coming out the palace area, and Device getting the spray down on a 1. Zipex also chiming in, and it looks as though this has all gone horribly wrong for the Renegades. Of course, their hopes could have only been so high. And a 3rd round on the board for Astralis. And this is where things start to get a little scary if we start talking about the bankroll of Astralis.
Yes, Astralis has not had many deaths in the last few rounds, as you were alluding to right there. And here we have the 4 AUGs in play in the AK-47 on Glaive, which came from the upgraded UMP earlier.
How's it make you feel, Sean?
It's just AUG Strike 2019 out here.
Yep, AUG Strike. I don't think we could have coined that one any better, right? Renegades looking for a fighting chance in this round. They do have 5 AKs. A little bit of utility there, 3 smokes to be exact, and numerous flashbangs. As of now, setting up their way to go into this A site, and should an opportunity present themselves, probably count on them to go ahead and execute as such. The smoke's coming out there towards Ticket. It looks like Renegades want to challenge this A sites. They have, in fact, smoked off all of the ways and the choke points where in which they could be caught in a crossfire, except for this cheeky little peek right here by Device. Could prove to be disastrous. They have gotten into the site, though. JKS there.
They're not moving quick enough right now, Trace.
Yeah, they're not. In fact, they're going to get the bomb down. Did take them just a little bit of time. Liaz being the only casualty in the round thus far. And now with the bomb planted, Stralis on the retake, 5 alive.
And the player to watch here is Azza, who's rotating back around to mid, but I don't know if he's going to have time for this.
And that's a long trek to take. The bomb being planted there. Azza going to be the saving grace in this round. Gratisfaction falls. JKS can't get anything done. And now Azza realizes it's all in vain. Not anything that he can do in this moment. And 5 players for Astralis remain alive as they put a 4th on the board and get that defuse. Azza, the timing, unfortunately, was not there for him to do much. The idea was there, though.
I mean, if his teammates got a couple kills, he may have, went for that. But when all of his teammates are dead and all the CTs are just looking around, it's kind of like that little kid playing hide and seek with their shoes showing under the curtains, Trace. It's pretty obvious where you are at that point.
You had a plan, but I see you. You're right there, actually. Astralis in that money will begin to build up. That has been the storyline of Astralis for over the past year now. Netting themselves quite a few prizes and coming into here.
Let's roll.
Hello.
We will defeat the mercenaries.
Mauna kayo. Video na siya.
Flashback. Affirmative. Grenade. Terrorists win.
Let's go all. Don't hesitate. Go. Last.
Mẹ ơi.
One gun to be on.
Niger.
Move it. I need to guard it, and I'm guarding the... Go B, why no one go to B?
Planting the bomb. Burn! Bomb has been planted. Grenade! Forward!
Huh?
Flashback. Bomb has been planted.
What the fuck?
This arm is a white.
So that we may be free.
Two on B, two on B, two on B.
Let's go B. No smoke at A, we can see the enemy.
I'm throwing flashback. Throwing fire.
No smoke at tunnel.
Terrorists win.
I thought the bomb was not in me. It's not on me. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, akala ko wala sa akin yung bomba.
Okay lang yan, wala lang.
Terrorists win.
I'm covering you.
We will defeat the mercenaries.
They're on A. One on B only.
I'm throwing smoke. I am planting the bomb. Bomb has been planted. Smoke! Throwing a flashback. Throwing fire. Get ready. Terrorists going to explode.
Go B.
3 on B, 3 on B, 3 on B.
I'm throwing a grenade. Flashback.
pa rin.
Wag dyan. Dito.
Short, A long, A short.
Dan.
Where's the bomb?
No one will die, no one will die. Ah, fuck. Kayak ulit. Astaga, drum.
Tunnel, panginoon, naglikod ako. My God.
Run.
Get out of there, run, it's gonna explode.
No. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
Who's AWPS? Nice skin.
Back at our start. Take care of yourselves.
Sino?
That makes three. What was that noise? Planting.
Uy, James, nakalaro na ko ata ko ito dati.
Talaga?
Let's go, my friends.
Lahat sila nasa B, puta.
Flashback.
All on B.
Oh, plan.
Short, A short. Nasa A short sila. Ayun! Ay! Nasa A short, bro. Nice ka. Oh! Saan tayo? Magbibi ba kayo?
Dalawa.
Okay.
Go shot đây, go shot.
B.
Okay.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
I drop bomb.
What the fuck?
Kunin niyo yung bomba, ayaw ko magdala.
Bang, give me the bomb. Hey, EWP, give me the bomb. 3A, 2B.
Sabi ako, sabi.
Di ako. Puta yung bot, sumama.
What's your status?
Nasa B.
Dami sabi, wala akong kasama dito.
Tara, Angelica, video nito.
Sniper.
Guard na lang natin yung bomb dito. Guard natin siya dito.
Tibay.
Guard niyo yung bomb. Nandito yung bomb sa tunnel. Guard niyo lang nakuha. Nice po. Ay, bot tayo.
Oh, mali.
Gulat ako.
Nice one.
Gulat ako.
This is what we trade for. Reporting.
Ako dito sa
That makes two left.
Bantayin nyo na yung bomba. Ayun na, nakuha na.
Let's go. Get ready, I see them. Throwing smoke.
Fuck, andito sa base natin, Dito. Wala sa B, nasa ano lang, middle. Diyan, nasa may B, so ito, bot na lang pala yun. Bot na lang dalawa sa atin.
marami tayong bot. Okay, mid. Hindi ba? Bakit wala akong kasama?
Patalo pa tayo dito.
Tayo tatlo na kung magpaplano dito. Anong gagawin natin?
Rolo tayo mamaya. Huli ka.
Saan tayo?
Bibi.
Po itong mga bot sa to. Nandito ang bomb. Hindi kayo dito. Sasabihin natin. Bakit ang bomb? Dito tayo dito.
Narinig ako nagkalakay. Nice one.
Ay, naku po. Nasa likod. Nasa likod ba? Ay, nasa likod mo. Ay, guard na yung ano. Nice cut.
Or kita.
Hindi ako maka-add bago-bago info.
Ako din eh.
Form up. Let's go. What's your status? We're clear. Target spotted.
Ikaw mag-rush dyan, putain ng